All right, bear with us for a moment.
Okay, I should be live as well. All right, somebody, Baba Kushad, check double. Jima Chicago on there live too.
All right.
Baba Kushad, should be straight.
All right, shalom, shalom. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. All right, the 144,000 and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird among the heathen, that look like those heathen. This is not a black thing. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you we say shalom. All right, and if you saw the title, it's called Esau is the biggest welfare recipient, and niggas, they're lost for or destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Shai, we're gonna point out and bring out some of that knowledge that they need to know, and expose, and continue to expose and spew shameful spewing upon the glory of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and just proving how wicked he really is, how devious and deceptive that he truly is. Devil means to deceive. They're the true deceivers, and they have deceived the whole earth, basically since the 1500s when they came back into power. The late 1400s when they came back into power through the Renaissance. They whitewashed history, and now they've got the whole world enslaved with contractual law, and most of their contractual law goes against the laws of the lands that they're in. When you in a particular land and that land has a constitution or a law of that land, the contractual law that they're using via the bar, the NATO Western countries, those contractual contracts in most cases violate the law of the land. So there's a lot of things that they're doing to the citizens of the West, which are legal according to the sovereignty laws that's supposed to protect you. All right, just to let you know, this man through injuries and somebody grab that real quick, and through contractual law. Get Isaiah 10:1 real quick too, and then we're gonna go into the lesson. Arala, you gonna hand it over to you.
Got it.
I got the. Go ahead.
You funny. All right.
I got this around 10 and 8. Go ahead.
Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness, which they have
Light over there.
prescribed.
Turn that one out. Turn that one on. Because the darkest brother sat over there on the dark couch in the dark.
Darkness.
All right. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. To turn aside the needy from judgment, to take away the people from the poor, to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Yeah, so they rob the fatherless, and they break people down, and they destroy you through contractual law. And that's aimed mostly, it's aimed at their own people too, because these people, they do bad unto themselves. But it's mostly aimed at Jacob, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and especially Judah. All right, because Esau, Edom understood the prophecies. That scripture never came out in Judith yesterday. I think it's the 5th chapter about how they understood that as long as we obeyed the laws, statutes, and commandments, we stayed in power. So we can bring it out today. We'll bring that out first, and then Arala, you going, But go ahead.
My last sit down was about that. I literally just did a sit down about that.
That's
Judas the 5th chapter.
Yeah, that's
being in power.
that's the spirit. So they had our playbook,
Damn.
and then they got rid of the apocrypha and said it wasn't. They used the apocrypha when they especially once Esau identified that he was in the apocrypha and that it exposed that white people are the Edomites and the wicked and the devil that the Bible speaks of.
I got it back up.
So they went ahead and removed the apocrypha, tried to hide the evidence.
just to back over exactly what you
Go
said,
ahead, brother.
and it goes with the lesson. Malachi 1:14. But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrifices unto the Lord a corrupt thing. Which proves this is not no deceiver as in Satan, what they'll say, oh, that's Satan, the devil. All right? It's not, no, this is a person that's here on the planet. Because he said he has a flock. He had males. Remember, the scripture says the angels don't have sex. So they don't have no flocks, and they don't have no, angels don't have descendants and things that came from their loins as a flock does. You have a sheep and produce from other sheep, and you have males and females and so forth. This here, that the Lord is telling you, this is a human. Correct?
To make a quick point about what you're saying, even going into Yahweh Shai and crushing that madness, that virgin birth, it said, took just to back up what the elder brother saying, he said he took not upon him the nature of an angel, but the seed of Abraham. Just going into what the elder saying.
No, that's perfect. So, but he said, "Cursed be the deceiver."
So you gotta know it's a man,
Yes,
like
sir.
the elder priest Van Loyen in the spirit where he used to say, through sex, through the flesh,
That's right.
it means sex.
That's right. That's right. He said, Malachi 1:14. But cursed be the deceiver, which had, and this also links up with Isaiah the 14th chapter. It says that Lucifer, which they always say is Satan, which is not his name. Shaitan is the adversary's name according to the scriptures. All right, and they'll say Lucifer. He said, "Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?"
Kind.
So they let you know this is this flock of males. This is men. It says, "Cursed be the deceiver." So there's a group of people, a nation that got a flock, a whole nation. That's a group of that. Their job is to deceive. The cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrifices unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful amongst the heathen. So there's a flock, a nation of people who are the nation of deceivers. Ye are your father, the devil, and the works that he do, that's what you're going to do. There's a race of that, and that so-called white man, Esau, Edom.
He is that race.
Hey, the Lord called him the anointed cherub that covereth.
That's it.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
It's hide information.
Right, he
hide
covereth.
shit from
So
you.
he hid who he was. He hid who you were. Gave you a false identity and titles, and then he hid who they are, and gave themselves false identities and titles. They whitewashed medieval and dark age history. All right, I mean they have made. I can only imagine the amount of money they made off that show Vikings. That they made off. They
My
made
favorite
off.
show,
They made off. Uhtred, the Last Kingdom. All right, you know that they made off us. You know, although they did kind of show you the truth a little bit more in that. I was gonna say Spartacus, but the money that they made off all these different Valhalla shows and Viking shows, and I got news for you, so-called white man. Those weren't white people, you know, and they get so angry, you know, because like somebody was complaining about Yaski. You know, because they somebody was just complaining. White people would complain about Yaski, and a Japanese woman had to get on there and correct them and tell them, look, she's like, look, dummies, I'm Japanese, I know my history, and Yaski was a black man. It's like they got a problem with Jake being great at anything, and I got news for you. Bach, Beethoven,
That shit crazy.
yeah, and they weren't getting down with that gay shit, you know, in Japan, especially at that time. You know, but so that's the thing. Well, we gonna make them great, but we gonna make them gay.
Yeah, that's
Right.
So I'm a mighty ass warrior, but I'm a damn ball juggler at the same time. Right? Yaski's just out there juggling balls. Fuck out of here, man.
They did it to Vlad too. Vlad did that.
Yeah, so Vlad
was
right? You know, Dracula, that whole story. None of those people were white people.
That's right.
And all you got to do is just look up the history, and it's an easy thing to discover what we're saying being true. When you don't look it up or you ignore the evidence, that just goes to show you.
Every time somebody, I was gonna say real quick for the elder Malcolm. Every time somebody that's credible enough for me to send them a video on this matter, because I don't just send shit to everybody. I got it keyed up the sit down that he did back in the day about Hero Bluetooth. That video was undeniable.
Yeah, all the evidence.
That's a legendary video, man.
Yeah, They got, man, I think that video got almost 100,000 hits.
It's in my list on my
You know,
YouTube.
but yeah, the information that was given in that video proved it beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Vikings were
That's
not
heavy.
were not white people, man. And you could do lessons for days just off the comment board on that, and they on there having a fit.
Now you know
How
the,
dare
you
you?
know the video I sent Instagram. I sent you a couple, but one in particular. A couple
That
weeks
video
ago,
about 6 years old now too.
Yeah. Of Shakespeare out of his autobiography. This is his writing out of his own autobiography, and he referred to how he don't like how some people would call him a little black Jew boy. So
Yeah.
why would Shakespeare say I hate it when they call me a black Jew boy?
Because they want to, like I said, they want to hide and cover up that medieval history. I was listening, you know, I sometimes train and teach to classical music. All right, I actually like to drill to classical
I
music.
play it.
All right, and you know, because brothers want to hear, you know, Sosa and all the other shit, and I actually like that song.
Which is why I don't show.
But the point being, I actually like to drill to classical music, man.
It's been scientifically proven
And,
that classical music increases your brain.
And the thing is that all the greatest classical music, the era when it started and came to be, those were all Negroes.
That's right.
Those were the Negroes that were in Europe. But not to get too far off topic, to bring it back around. Read that scripture. What was the other one about?
Sirach 10 and 8.
Hold that Isaiah 10:1. That's gonna come out after Rala takes over.
You wanted Sirach
But you
10
read
and 8
that
too.
you can read that Sirach 10:8.
Oh,
And then that Judith, and then we'll hold off on that 10:1 until, you know, after Rala do his thing.
This is Sirach.
Don't make you nervous.
This is Sirach 10 and 8. Man, I'm gonna start at 7 though. This is Sirach 10 and 7. It says pride, because this is how you know it's talking about Esau too. Pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, because they the sons of the devil too. And by both doing one committed iniquity because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah, bring it down, brother.
Oh yeah, and that's how you know it. And I always bring out the aspect of the best two things: us being out here and being able to teach the truth, and us being able to get that sweet white woman too, man. You know this kingdom is being translated from one people to another. Look how bugged out Esau is out here, all fentanyl, all this shit. And it's because the blood that they shed upon this land, like it says in the book of Numbers, it's the blood debt. But this is not this is a transition. It's a trading places. That definitely that sweet white nectar.
Bring it out, read, or Jim
That
Sex.
bitch, yeah, read on.
This is Deuteronomy. If thou shalt take another way.
That's true. And that's another thing. I've been bringing that out. Hey, even though we on some folly, as we brothers, you know, we this in the spirit. But I've been bringing out that Deuteronomy. I said, you niggas act like y'all mama and y'all baby mama agree with that Deuteronomy, man.
God knows, bro. That hair wrap tight as hell.
Y'all niggas don't
Not
look.
one of them
They
brings
Christians
another
when
way.
it's convenient.
Black woman, man.
Hey, they read
Look
the
at Boss,
Bible
he's
when it's
married.
convenient, when it's being
Yeah.
told to
But
them.
that's because of what? The kingdom being, that's another symbol. Hey, that's Jeremiah. It said in that days a woman shall compass a man. Now, bitch got an opinion. That only happened in Western civilization.
Period.
Now that, what you saying?
Period.
Now, okay. That shit don't even happen in let's fuck with Ishmael. Them bitches over there doing the Ishmael, knock them bitches upside their head.
Hated too.
Them niggas
Hated
in Siberia.
They cut your ass
This
up.
soft ass shit only happen over here, but it's still backfiring on them, and that's why Esau and Keisha going down right now, because the kingdom being translated, the elect of Israel are being waking up, man, going into Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter and the 1st verse. You know?
Okay. All right, bring out that Judith, brother. And see, so, you know, Esau, like I said, Esau took the Apocrypha, used the playbook to get up over us, and then hid the Apocrypha. All right? But he knew that if we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, that he would be able to get up over us very high, fulfill that scripture. All right? And that's exactly what he's done. He's got up high above us, and then he whitewashed and hid history, and basically has lied about every fucking thing.
Right?
All right? Well, go ahead, brother. Read it. Whoever got
This
it.
is Judith 5. I'm gonna bounce around through it. So
So basically, you know, the king came against the Israelites, but we didn't surrender to him. So we asked, who are these people? Now this is the response. Judith 5:5. Then said Achor, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, let my Lord now hear a word from the mouth of thy servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people, which dwelleth near thee, and inhabited the hill countries. And there shall no lie come out of the mouth of thy servant. All right, now I'm going to jump down, because essentially it goes into how the Lord delivered us out of Egypt. He did miracles for us. He fucked the Egyptians up. Whenever we got into trouble, we prayed. But this is the point that he understood the fullness of it. Verse 17. Let's start at 16. They cast forth before them the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Jebusite, and the Shechemite, and all the Girgashites. And they dwelt in that country many days, because we fucked many kings up. The Lord fought for us. And whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the power that hated iniquity was with them. Oh, they departed from the way which he appointed them. They were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world. So he explained plainly that as long as we serve in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, you can't fuck with us. All right, the only reason we look, we brothers up yesterday on the line, so that's a spirit. Every nigga knows that at least we're physically superior to Esau. Intellectually as well, but every nigga don't know that, because niggas think low of themselves. But every nigga know that Esau was fucking feeble, man. You gotta ask yourself, well, how did they take us down? I was thinking
that in the 5th and 6th grade.
Yep.
In the 5th and 6th grade, I have to be honest, brother.
Yeah.
5th and 6th grade, because I watch TV. I mean, I watch sports. I watch boxing. I watch football, baseball, basketball. I played those sports, and and played sports against them. And I was like, I'm so much faster than them, so much stronger than them. And I said, my people are, all right. And it was like, well, damn, how did they beat us in a fight? I was thinking that way as a young man, a child. All right, like, how did this happen? And now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Salakia, I actually understand.
Yeah,
it was the spirit, it was prophecy.
Yeah,
the Lord had to do it,
and it proves the scripture's true. And it's Deuteronomy 32 and 30. How shall one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock has sold them?
Come on, bro.
And Yahweh has shut them up. So the Lord sold us, man. He gave. What did it say in I believe Jeremiah the 12th chapter? The Lord gave us into the hands of the nations, man. All right, for their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. The Lord, our rock, made our enemies be the judges over us, the rulers over us. He sold us unto them, man.
And he said he did.
Yeah, hey, this Jeremiah 50, they understand this. So they made sure you niggas stay, like, what you say, Southside?
No, it said in Psalm 44, he sell us not for, they say he did sell us for a price. Basically, he gave us up to other nations.
Yep. So,
and if I may, he did it because of our disobedience.
Well, yeah.
He said, your own sins have been holding good things from you. And that's why I hate Jake a lot of times. If God loved us so much, why he do this? If God loves
nigga, you sin.
Exactly. And they never take accountability.
Ungrateful, unthankful, unloving, unholy. Look what you're doing right fucking now, you bitch.
Niggas. That's right.
Hey, this Jeremiah 50 and 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. The hills represent nations. That's right. All right, so our people forgot who they were. We became everything under the fucking sun, right?
Yeah, Jake believed in anything besides the truth.
Yeah.
You got Jake that's fucking
Amish.
Into Buddhism and
drinking they piss.
You know what I'm saying? They into all
drinking Buddhism.
They into all type of madness besides
Buddhism.
Witchcraft and all.
Yep.
Yep.
All that found them have devoured them, and the adversary says, this is the enemies. This is what the Edomites say. This is what the Moabites say. This is what all the heathens say when they rule over us. Psalms 83rd chapter. We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. So that's why Esau makes sure they put swine in everything, man. All right, it's swine. And look, if you really got the list of shit, you would just be sitting in your room, man.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be swine in your damn garlic powder. It's swine every fucking
Yeah,
way.
they put it everywhere, and we really are eating our food to foul. Just real quick, like when you go into these little corner stores that Ishmael and Elam own, the 7-Elevens and the corner stores, when you walk in there, it's a damn high fructose sugar hell. And you notice, like, you know, I have dark chocolate, and I'll eat a little bit of dark chocolate every other day. Dark chocolate is high in magnesium and good for your blood, and can help to keep blood pressure low. But when you walk into the hood, all they sell is that poison ass milk chocolate. They don't have no dark chocolate, no fucking way. All it is all that pork filled stuff and all that red this and yellow that and all that. You're right, nothing. I'm like, damn. You got all this chocolate and all this candy. You don't have no dark chocolate, not one. So that's a plan.
You know what's so fucked up? It's because niggas are dumb. Every the Walgreens right here in the hood, CVS in the hood, they do got it. You own a pack, and right next to all the other candy niggas is getting, they overlook, they got the 95% cacao, dark chocolate right there.
Hey, bro.
80%, 85%, 80%.
Walgreens the only spot though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's right there. It's right there. Niggas don't think to.
But it's in Jules too. It's in Mariano's. It's in them other stores, but niggas have no idea.
Most Marianos are not in the hood.
True that.
There's only one.
That's true.
The hood be a food desert, man.
It is.
Just to back up.
So what I'm saying
what
I'm saying is when you walk into the hood and you go into Ishmael's spot and Elam's spot, all you seeing
No, I'm not negating
is that poison.
What I'm saying, I'm not negating that. That's true. What I'm saying is, every hood still got a CVS and Walgreens,
This
but
is
niggas
true.
don't know. They don't got the lack of knowledge.
They don't know what cacao is.
That's the title.
Right now, cacao. Right now, they'll be like cacao. They don't even. Cacao don't even look like cocoa to them. They think cocoa is COCO. They don't know that cacao is actually cocoa. Now, if I go into my cupboard, you'll see 90%, 70%, because we're in the know. These niggas don't know shit.
But even if you did introduce it to
Oh, they
them,
still
wouldn't
like it.
They don't
Yeah,
want it.
the
I
taste
saw
is
it.
When I first tasted it, I'm like, man, this shit nasty.
It's bitter as
I love
fuck.
it.
It's bitter.
Wow,
Yeah. You gotta
Get
get.
it
Yeah.
100.
Bitter chocolate.
Yeah.
I right now, matter of fact, if I'll show you every chocolate thing I have in the cupboard is dark chocolate strawberries, dark chocolate cherries, dark chocolate blueberries. It's all dark chocolate.
But again, I want to finish this point because I want to make sure it's clear. I'm not negating the Malcolm because for 50, 60 years, niggas done had that shit even in the Walgreens, CVS.
Nope.
But now that the information is coming out, because we're at the end time, niggas so conditioned by Esau, they destroyed you. They gave you straight bullshit. 100%. You don't know. You
want a Kit Kat when cacao's sitting right there.
You don't want to listen to a real estate agent telling you a whole bitch. You got
Churro flavor.
A voucher, a Section 8. You got a real estate agent on TikTok telling you to get a crib with it. But now you want to go ahead and get this apartment in the fucking Ickies. I mean, you know.
I told my baby mama. She said, "Well, I'm gonna get what I can get." You know.
That's your cue right there, brother. He fed you. He gave you the layup, brother. Go on.
Yeah. So
the DJ, he left.
yeah. So what Esau is doing, what's been set up is, with the Section 8 vouchers. What Esau been doing is getting putting all of their assets in trust. All right, basically to hide their funds. All right. And hey, look, really, they not, like the scriptures say, they're not in trouble as other men. This system is truly set up for Esau to thrive. Whether you an elite or you the lower class, you still got a place. You thriving because you're an Edomite. So they taking the Section 8 vouchers, all right, and they buying houses. They may get a 3-bedroom voucher, a 4-bedroom voucher, and they would take the vouchers and they would go get a mortgage, and the government. They would get a 10-year mortgage, and the government would pay 70% of the mortgage, and they would only have to pay the little portion, the little 30% of the portion, which may be a couple $100. All right, just the same way it's written. But with Jake, they don't tell Jake this information. This information about buying houses with Section 8 vouchers is just not coming out. All right, and now Jake is just not getting hit to it.
That's why they want to shut down the internet.
Right, now, because when Jake get a hold to something, Jake run with it, all right? Now you got Israelites finding out the hack, and they trying to buy these houses with the Section 8 vouchers.
Well, just like they did with the Title 11 and Title 7 bankruptcy. They started taking away because Esau had been doing it all along, having filing for bankruptcy and keeping their businesses, keeping their cars, keeping their house. But when Jake started doing it, they started changing the laws.
And now you can't have your child support. Child support is not included on it, which is illegal in the first place. Student loans, you can't put student loans on it, which is
Title 4D. Read. Go ahead.
Which for one, a student loan is still a debt. All right, which still it should be able to still fall upon that. But that's Esau and his bullshit, man.
No, it's fraud.
I used to work in a law firm, old ass fucking attorney. For the longest, Esau was going to law school and medical school, graduating, and immediately filing bankruptcy to get that debt forgiven. That way, when they get a good job, it ain't no debt. They set up.
Set up.
Generational wealth.
They set up.
Fucking 70s,
Right.
or maybe the 80s, I forget. But when Jake started getting hip to shit,
They
and
started-
started going to school,
That's the MO. Even when we talk to
There we go, and that falls right in line. But go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say that to the guy in our circle, I'm gonna keep his name out there right now. But the guy in our circle is the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because every time he said it in the little meeting we had not too long ago, he said, "No, the code was such and such for so long, but after somebody got hip to it, the IRS changed the code."
Yeah.
He moves that's his fucking MO.
moves the goal-
He moves the goalposts back and said, "Oh, I know you made it to the 15-yard line. Yes, we're gonna add another 20
Check it out.
to make it a 40-yard
But they-
field goal."
Or
to
then you make it all the way to the end zone, like I did.
Right.
I made it all the way to the end zone, and they called a permanent timeout.
It's a timeout.
That shit, yeah.
It seemed like it's right.
They said,
You
hold on.
got a right to a speedy trial, but then now that you won the trial and they're the losers, you know what? Come
throw a
back
flag.
5 months from now, and then you come back 5 months. You know
Actually, it
what?
was supposed to be 5 days from now,
I know.
a week.
Right.
It's about 5.5 months.
But shit. If you look at the whole process, it's been about 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, kinda.
So the whole problem is
Read
that's
out,
what
read.
Esau does. They keep pushing it back because he does not want to be accountable, and he teaches everybody else who follows his vibration, the heathens and the 230ans, especially the nigga woman,
And that's how
don't be accountable.
And that's how
Go ahead,
you
Rick.
see a lot of these Ishmaelites and these Elamites coming up because Esau giving them the breakdown. Because that's why they got businesses and still got the link card, is because Esau showed them how to put their shit in trust, hide the fucking money, all right, hide the money so you qualify for these benefits, man. All right, so you qualify for it. And then when they get older, you got to think, you buy a house, all right, and you ain't paid for it in 10 years, you can sell that house and all that money is all profit. It's all profit. And you can sell that house and, or leave that house to your kids, and now your kids set up. You could do it all again with another house.
Kids.
You know, and this the thing that Esau been
Creating
doing.
generational wealth.
Create for free, really. You know.
And then and then they want to sit back, and then you have these heathens, these other people sit back and say, well, what's wrong with so-called black people? Well, they're purposely leaving Judah out of this. These opportunities are completely denied them. This knowledge and information is completely denied them, which is allowing everyone else to just get up over them.
Read. Go ahead.
What year did they take civics out of here in Chicago? 'Cause I don't know about the other states.
They took it out. Well, I would say in Chicago, I don't know, because they didn't have civics when I was in school, so it was before that. They took civics. I mean, because they used to teach civil law in schools. I think it was probably in the 70s. That was probably the last, because a lot of the people, the baby boomers, a lot of them know that civil law. A lot of them need lawyers.
Why would the government?
The generation before the boomers and the boomers, most of them were taught law, and and so they would, that because them be the ones you see on camera cussing the sheriffs and police officers, telling them to get off their land and just talking to them how they want to because they understand the law to the fullest.
So why would the government, if they love you so fucking much, say, I'm not going to teach you how we do law?
Matter of fact, we're gonna set up this thing for attorneys and lawyers only, who are all a part of the system that helps keep you. That's what this whole letter is about.
Right.
This is a letter to the bar that I'm gonna present to the judge who's stalling on my case. All right. Matter of fact, the whole thing they're out of order because, according to the Title 4D, even though I've won, they still have failed to give me back all my license and stuff. Well, in 2021, this letter went out to the entire bar. They don't know that I have this. All right. So, and this is live. So basically, it says notice to the bar, and this will be done in all caps. It says
like it bars British Attorney Registry or something.
British Admiralty Registry.
Bar.
So all British
The fuck the
Admiralty
British
Registry.
That
So
show you
basically,
bullshit.
it's not even American. So they're using maritime law and other shit to control you Americans. Duh. Because there's a difference between attorney and lawyer. I forget which one is tied in with the bar because you have so you have to actually pass the bar to be a practicing, because you could become a lawyer, but to practice law you have to pass the bar. That means which means you have to register with the bar. That means basically what that means is we know you're a lawyer, but fuck the Constitution and the law of the land. We riding with this other shit, and that's basically what they're doing. So right here. It says child support, no automatic suspension of an obligor in driver's license upon issuance of the child support related warrant, interim relaxation of the court rules to conform to statute. The Supreme Court has relaxed the supplemented rules 57-48 income withholding for child support notices, so they're not even supposed to take your taxes. And all this was done in 2021, but yet they're still enforcing it. Any guy who's dealing with that since that time should have their licenses back and not be getting their money taken. All right, from their income taxes, income withholding for child support notices, and 575 failure to pay enforcement by the court or party, suspension of revocation of licenses for failure to support. Respondents' execution of child support judgments, and post judgments interest to conform to L 2019 C.276, which amended the NDSA 2A. I know they hate me. I know they do, but I hate them even more. 2A 17-5641 by prohibiting the automatic suspension of child support obligors' driver's license upon issuance. Driver's license upon issuance of child support related warrant. So, and then I could read more, but I'm gonna stop after this. It said the court's January 5th, 2021. That was the date. All right. Order is attached. The rule of relaxation is effective retroactive to January 1st, 2021, and will remain in effect pending development and adoption of conforming rule amendments. I'm not even going to read the rest because the judge can really get slapped with that in an even better version of it. But nevertheless, if as of 2021, any person whose license has been suspended as a result of this, the courts are acting unlawfully. They're breaking the law. You're supposed to have your license back, and they're not supposed to be taking your income tax either. All right. And that's the law that they're not following. So these people don't actually follow the law. I always tell you that they use these codes and statutes to override the law of the land. All right, that's what these people do. They're unjust. They are unjust rulers in there, and they fuck over the American people day in and day out. And that's twice if you're a Judite or if you got brown skin. All right. You can bring it out, brother.
This is the book of Psalms. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 20. Shall the throne? It says, "Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?"
Damn. So there it is. They frame of mischief by law, and they call wickedness being lawful. Well, go ahead. Raleigh, back on you, brother.
I mean, yeah. So and through the spirit, hey, look, that's why all this. See, the veil being lifted off Esau. It's not just, it's everything. The Lord is uncovering everything on this fucking devil. All right, if a brother can get that, the veil, all right, that's been over the people.
God,
not
25,
only,
I said 25/7.
Not only the information. See, Esau trickery runs deep. All right, Esau not only with the child support and everything, but just knowledge in general.
Hey,
Energy, how you dealing with energy. It's a lot of videos coming out about the that is energy everywhere, and people are making this shit out of copper wire in a fucking backyard, and they finding out. That's why Tesla wanted to build a tower, because when you get to a certain height, you conduct a certain amount of voltage. All right, and you need a certain amount of current to run your home.
There's nothing new under the sun.
You know?
They actually knew a lot of this stuff in the ancient world
It's
too.
shit old technology.
Esau is hidden, because I've seen the videos where they were actually lighting up the pyramids and shit.
Yeah, it's really
they just didn't need torches to walk inside of them.
Yeah,
right.
The Baghdad batteries.
They do that because it's a threat to their petroleum money. They're making money off the gas and stuff.
But just Esau wicked in general. He don't want Esau is completely left. Esau ain't like the scripture. The brother can get it. The spirit in him is not upright. Everything this dude do is just completely left. All right, even when on every level. So like the scriptures say, if good, he do it for
I got it
money.
right here.
Oh, that's the spirit.
This is Rock 14 and 7. It's Rock 14 and 7. If he do it good, he do it unwillingly, and at the last he would declare his wickedness. And that goes back to even the first part of the brother Rala was going into, where's the Section 8 shit.
Right.
See, Esau that shit wasn't made for us. That shit was made for the Edomites that wasn't doing so well, so they can be appeased. Yeah. And then it was like, well, you know what? We can use it for the nigger woman as well to keep the black man down, because all this shit is about keeping us down. That's the curse, man. So it was to make sure that they help they people out and to keep and fuck us over. That's the whole point of they frame the bishop by law. That's the whole point. Daniel 7:25. He shall speak great words against the Most High, shall work the saints of the Most High. So I think to change times and laws, they should be given into his hand until the time and times and the dividing of time. So this devil was set up to oppress us, man. And everything he does is to oppress us. Even the shit that seems like it's good, it's oppressing us. Right. When they gave the black woman all this extra ass shit, they did what? They despised their man. Which really they should have been in unison with their man and used that shit to be decent. Esau, a bitch say...
No, but they wanted to be free and have freedom and, free to be a thought.
And that's what it boils down to. Now you're more depressed than ever, man. That's why you're antidepressants.
And
You gotta get me out of survival, bro.
And they about to get left out in the cold with everything that's about to happen in this society too. But you know what? Let's play that video for a second. Now that Rala spoke on it, let's go ahead and play that video.
1 second to turn on the sound bar. So now it's on. Give me 1 second to press play. I was watching the pilots of All in the Family the other day. And it told us when the shit started changing, but all that shit was for a lot of that shit was set up for the left. Even this show Always Sunny in Philadelphia, how the white motherfuckers went straight to aid office, got on aid. All right. Hey, even how y'all remember it was at Sam's Club, this was probably 12 years ago, and we saw the motherfuckers that had the stove and they was getting everything in bulk at the Sam's Club. Yeah. So these heathens come over here to America, they get a hell of amount of link, EBT. They'll get it's just a regular fucking heathen, Ishmael, get $1,000 a month EBT. He take that to the Sam's Club, get all this shit in bulk, stock up his store in the hood, and overcharge us. $4 waters was costing $3. Remember the Crystal Geyser waters? It used to be 99 cents everywhere else. You go right here, they $3 at the gas station. Yep. This nigga went and bought this shit in bulk with his EBT card. Yep. Well, meanwhile, they get more than a nigga woman get.
They do. Talking about that.
We talked to the heathen about that at the gas station.
And then on top of that, because this shit is real nigger knowledge, but this is heavy shit. This is like the elder Nagab said earlier. This is the song of the 83 crew. But on top of that, these black bitches in the ghetto go sell all their link cards, and these crackheads who get government assistance, they sell their link cards to the Arabs, and the Arabs go buy the shit from both and come sell that shit in the hood to keep it right.
That's what fucked us up, because they gave the creature that the Lord didn't give no understanding to the fucking power, which is why you need a head. We had shit. Esau took, they bombed us. All right, they committed arson in our neighborhoods, 1919. All right. Even back in growing up in the 90s, the 80s, you had the hood candy stores. Yeah. That bitch had enough sense to use a link
Yeah.
The food stamps get the shit, the candy stores.
Yeah, there was a candy lady, candy.
Candy lady.
Yeah, there was a candy lady in every
Ices
hood.
and shit.
Yeah.
They don't even do that no more. Cause now you bitches selling your link to go to the motherfucking the seafood bowl spot on 47.
And the real good ones, not only the real good ones. I remember, man, because you had the candy stores, then you have the old ladies, you know, who actually made hot dogs and burgers and fries. Right, because all the kids at lunchtime they would go to the candy store and go get the burgers and fries from her.
Yeah.
And that was better than the lunchroom food.
My grandma used to sell
you know?
plates, burgers, fries. My Irish grandma
mama
plates,
used to
burgers,
do
fries, blunts, cigarettes, all night. Never left her, but she stayed on our block 40 years. Never locked her door one time. Open all night. Selling that shit. Blunts, pops, plates early in the morning, waking up, cooking pancakes and eggs, selling that shit to every nigga on the block. Years. $2 a fucking plate, man.
What's the deal?
Super.
Well, $2 went a long way 20 years ago. Compared to today.
They called the meals an old bird because that's what everybody called it. They said, man, I'm getting me an old bird.
The sad thing is that if you go look at what your money could do for you today versus what it could do 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years, whatever, will actually show you how bad the dollar and how bad we are as in an economical state.
Which, by the way, today, Saudi Arabia officially dropped the dollar.
Yeah.
So it's everything downhill from here. You gotta watch.
Major. It's like, if I may say.
Because that means that, look, Saudi Arabia sells its oil to most of the world. That means they're no longer buying it in the dollar anymore.
America don't get us cut off top anymore.
So America is getting ready to feel it.
How
he told B Rabbit make these niggas
one of the
feel
things that's
it.
been floating in America is the oil the oil.
Everybody had to make their transactions, no
Exactly.
matter what.
Yes.
If Japan and
Yes.
Australia,
Yes.
well, let me use a different country. I don't know what the fuck Australia used. If Japan,
Right though, when everybody the dollar is the reserve currency.
I just know the Australian currency. So if Japan,
RAND.
okay, so if Japan and Australia made a business deal, when they sent their money to each other, they used the SWIFT transaction system, which is American based. So that means it automatically converts everything to U.S. dollars at a rate. All right.
So America was making this
Exactly.
So and that's over.
That gave the dollar power. So that was the trick. When they got rid of the Bretton Woods system, they finally took the gold standard off for the world. It only still because, well, everybody got to buy oil. Everybody got to use the U.S. dollar. Now they don't need that. The U.S. dollar and buying its debt is no longer needed.
Which is why America has to start and go to war.
Yes.
So expect everything to amp up. And America's enemies are ahead of them with everything. Missile technology, they're also, but even more so, they're ahead of them. They're ahead of them with the technocracy. So America's gonna have to really immediately go to its digital thing a whole lot faster. All you people who still stupid enough to be a part of IUIC and these camps and these other camps that don't teach about the MOTB.
I just want to make a quick correction. Correction. The rand is the South African currency. It's the Australian currency is called the Australian dollar.
Yeah, which I thought,
but I just want to make sure because the rand was the first thing that came up. But it doesn't matter. If America has had made a deal with Saudi Arabia to deal, and this is the point I was trying to make. If Saudi Arabia, which they did with the Bretton Woods Agreement, made a deal with America that all their transactions would be in the dollar, that means whoever they sold gold to was in the dollar, which made America get a cut off top. But once that's over, which was on June 9th, 6/9 today, God damn it. It's over with. And now guess what? What happened on January 1st? Saudi Arabia was officially brought into who? The BRICS. So now that Saudi Arabia, who controls majority of the oil on the planet, along with a couple of other producers, but Saudi Arabia is known to be
Israel is in a whole lot of trouble.
Not only Israel, but everybody who's not on the BRICS.
Well, what I mean without
is in trouble.
because that was one of their strongest allies in the region,
Yes.
and now they've lost them.
Yes.
Right, so that's what I mean. That's
Now NATO now cannot, and America now, and Israel now, and all the NATO affiliates can't go to Saudi Arabia for the low now and get a bonus on top of it and get the oil. Now they got to pay them top dollar.
they
and,
also
and
they can no
gold, too,
longer
'cause
use
BRICS
them to launch their planes and set up their stuff from.
Yep.
Use their air bases to launch attacks and military action. That shit is over.
Yes, sir.
You had asked for that Isaiah 26 and 10.
Dragons of Arabia.
26 and 7.
20.
The cover, the
cover.
face covering, yeah.
24 and 7.
Did we play that video?
No, we
Yeah,
didn't play it.
I'm going to
You had asked for one of them.
But go ahead, brother.
Rala called for it. So I said 25-7.
I got it. It's Isaiah 25 and 7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people. And the
Right, it said all.
So that lets you know what everyone.
Right. That's why you
All
see.
means all.
That's why you
Right?
see Ishmael. They trying to buck. They bucking. Shit smell. Elam bucking. Hey, all these small nations are bucking because they know now. Are you full of shit? What the scripture say? They should call them the border with.
Yeah, the Hamite
You know what I'm
nations.
saying?
Everybody's standing up to and going against Esau Edom. And they're getting called on their history too.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're getting called out. You know, like you said, they tried to take actual history and make it theory. Trying to say, well, you're teaching what do you call it? Toxic ideology, propaganda. No, man, you can't make the summer of 1919, the Red Summer, propaganda. It's fucking history.
Yep, that's right.
And everything else that happened before and after that. You know, the church bombing, all them hangings and shit. Lake Lanier. You know, all the drown towns. When they were like 20, 23, 25 drown towns.
Shit, Central
that
Park
they
is
showed.
right.
You know?
Central Park is built over on niggas' land.
Exactly,
Yeah,
man.
that's
So
right.
you can't, and guess what? It was Trump that set that in motion. You know, why niggas is talking about Trump. Trump was the one that came against that 1619 project. All right, and then started using it called it toxic propaganda ideology. No, it's fucking actual history, motherfuckers. All right, you always want to bring up, the Holocaust. You know, but and which that the Holocaust got more holes in it than Swiss cheese.
And they own people bringing that.
And even they right, and you make laws that nobody can come with the receipts. You don't have to make laws to protect the truth. Don't play anti-semantics with us. You full of shit, man.
Yeah.
And so you want to take actual history on how you got ahead and all the wickedness and the evil that you're doing to the people.
Right.
All right, you want to call it theory.
Huh.
Right. Critical race theory.
And still reaping benefits of
You know? Now let's play that video, Baba Kushaka. And see, when Jake get up on something, because you best believe they going to try to shut this shit down next.
And I'm pretty sure Edomite told him. Because it's
And they didn't tell him directly.
Probably
Well,
a sweet white woman.
Well,
Right.
for one, before this video came out, this is something we knew.
We already
Red
knew this,
Millstone
right?
mentioned it. How you got the high towers downtown. You got these fucking apartments at Hyde Park.
Yep.
They all take Section 8 vouchers.
Yeah.
And you got a lot, which means you got it's Edomites mainly in those high towers.
so-
that means Edomites is on the Section 8. Elder Malcolm for years, I believe Elder Malcolm was the first person I ever heard going to the statistics.
yeah.
Fuck
I think
Tommy
it was
Sotomayor.
John.
Fuck Kevin Samuels. Elder Malcolm was the one going into them numbers, man.
They probably
Yeah.
heard it from him.
And
I believe that both them guys have watched our videos and probably watched some of mine.
And Elder Malcolm brought out the first man I ever heard bring out about the fact that the biggest welfare recipients are Edomites.
100%.
And then you go Google it and you double check it. The man is 100% right because he
100%.
brought the numbers
First
out,
time I heard
and the numbers is right there on the internet.
Just as Edomites are the number one in every
Well,
department of wickedness and criminal, the Department of Justice. Only crime that niggas are the highest in is petty robbery. Otherwise, it's all Esau.
Cause
the
niggas
number
be
one
hungry.
Yeah.
But
They're the
Esau
number one
just
welfare, the whole number one murderer. They're the
Blue collar
fucking bootleg,
crime.
man.
Shit.
yeah, like I said, man. You know the bald faced, necktie wearing pale man is the most dangerous individual on the fuck of the planet.
Right,
man.
yeah. Niggas
With a
don't
pen,
say
with an
that.
axe, with a knife, whatever it fucking be, man.
Cartoon was a man.
All right.
Man, the cartoon.
You know,
Hey, that's
because he'll be the doctor by day with a wife and children, and to have a damn torture chamber, you know, under his basement with people in it.
Oh, that's what they got a whole show.
I just looked at some it was some image. I lost the image. I deleted it on accident because I actually meant to use the image and do a lesson on it. But it was some Edomite who had, I think he had 18 acres, and they found on his 18 acres they found over 10,000 body parts.
Yep.
All right, and he was a bald-faced, smooth-faced white guy that looked like he was a fucking banker. All right, with wife and children. They found over 10,000 body parts on his 18 acres of land, man.
What?
All right.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
So that's this one guy,
He probably
and he might not have been acting alone.
Yeah.
He might have had, you know, because Esau. That's how they get down.
Yeah.
What was that movie that came out about a couple years back with the blonde broad with the big breasts?
Radio Nuts.
No.
I don't know.
What was it called? Now the movie was actually pretty good. They were trying to make fun of people who talked about conspiracy. It had Hillary Swank in it.
Don't look
up. Don't look up.
No, Hillary Swank wasn't in there.
I don't know.
It had that blonde chick. And they took these people out and they had them thinking that they were in Georgia somewhere, but they were actually in some Eastern European country being hunted down. They were killing them.
Oh yeah. You know what?
And she had to fight, and it turned out that they only snatched up because she had the same name of the target. Because it was a group of people who all sent out a mass text laughing about it. The Hunt. That's it, brother. Yeah. So it was a movie. It was The Hunt. So it was a group of people, all random people, who responded to something on the internet, and they all said negative things about it, telling the truth, and all the high up people who were involved in it, that was it. Got fired and shit, and they were talking about the manor, and they was talking about how the manor is real, and they're hunting and killing people on the manor. So they flew all these people out. Y'all drugged. They caught all these people individually, drugged them. They all woke up and were like, what the fuck? And they was, they all had mouths with gagged and shit, and they had shit everywhere, and they gave them weapons, and so that they could be hunted. And it was a good ass movie, man.
I've been meaning
and they
to watch
and they were like, where did they get you from? He's like, I was in a coffee shop in New York, I was in Alabama, I was in Idaho. They was like, and they snatched them all up, and they were hunting these people, man. And the little blonde chick, they got her mixed up with somebody else because it turned out she was a former soldier.
Yes.
Right. She,
fucking ass
she grew up in the woods, so she knew that. So she took her hair and made the static electricity and took the pin off that they had clipped on the name and put it on the leaf and figured out what way was north. And she fucked their ass up. But you gotta see it, man.
It made me think of the one with Ice Cube, because he did a movie like that.
No, Ice-T.
Similar to
Surviving the Game.
But that's the same vibration.
Same vibration. Surviving the Game is a good movie too.
And I forgot about
the game.
So Lord willing, now I'm about to watch that tonight because I know.
And it showed that Ice-T can actually act because he got out.
Best role.
He was so bad. My dick's a rapper.
Oh, that
was he was a bit up.
No, he was
too bad they sell poison to the people.
That was a little. He was way up. I don't know about that. Right. And that game, that was one of his best movies. When these niggas on the run. But you want me to play this now?
Baba Shot, go ahead and play it, brother. Just so the people can hear, it come out another witness's mouth.
Right. Where they get the idea for the movie from? Shit, somebody had to be.
That's because it's real.
Right. Now I'm going to tell you how some of these folks had access to millions in assets, but were still qualifying for government assistance. About 8 years ago, my mentor was trying to teach me about trust and trust structure. And he started sharing information on some of his friends that have been gaming the system all these years. Just by moving all these assets into the trust, they had no income and no assets on paper. So therefore, they can start qualifying for whatever they needed. Section 8, food stamps, Medicaid, Medicare, you name it. But then he really blew my mind. Because these parents that had put all their assets into a trust, now when it was time for their kids to go to college, guess what? Now they qualify for student loans, grants, Pell Grants, things of that nature. Instead of the parents having to pay the full ride for school, financial aid paid half, student loans paid the other half. But guess what? Since that student was still a beneficiary, the trust actually paid for the student loan portion.
There it is. So hey, shout out to my betrothed. Told you, man. The Lord gonna take it because I was talking about it. She sent me the story. That means she watching, she listening and learning. All right, here, but let me pull this story up.
Hey, pay your tithes.
Pay your tithes.
Let me.
Pay your time.
No, I'm serious.
Send it to the other phone. Send it to my. Oh shit. I'm using that phone. Because the Rala sent me sell me this bogus ass phone. But here it is. It says New York. This is in the New York Post. All right. So it says. I'll just read the headline. We don't have to get into it. I might have to do a lesson on this later though. So I still got it. But it says. This is out of the New York Post, 2024, and this was January 6th. All right, and it says U.S. News serial killer Herb Baumester's farm had 10,000 human remains. It's 18 acres.
What the fuck?
All right.
Man?
So I
That's
can't.
a lot of land too.
So man, I can't wait to actually get into this, man. But that just goes to show you. I always tell you, man, the most dangerous people is not Juan. God, sent it on Instagram. Hey, that girl, point boy.
That's wild. That's a lot of killing.
That's a lot of fucking killing, man.
To these bodies, this process, and like the elder said, these just regular looking motherfuckers.
You would
Look
never
at
know.
John Wayne Gacy, little big fat freaky ass.
Yeah.
Oh, they called, what was that one dude they called him handsome? He was getting fan mail.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they love not Marilyn Manson, but Charles Manson.
That's like a small
And
town.
for the record, Charles Manson was actually really trying to take down Hollywood and the pedos and all the other shit.
Yeah, they don't like to bring that out, so I got it on.
Was the children of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't know
He said
the
he was
story
jealous
about
because of
Manson.
that.
Yeah.
He said he was jealous because like niggas was the children of God. He really hated us.
That's why they hated him so bad and shut his ass up too.
He mentioned. He
Wow.
always
Let me
mentioned
just
that.
read this part about Herb Baumeister, and that's a small. He's a small header too. On top of that, he's a J00. All right. Yeah. Here's his face. I'm gonna put his face up. Told you that bald face pale male.
Beating them.
No
Yes,
turn
sir.
Heard you gonna die like Dean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can I get an espresso,
He
please?
got that penis in his
Four killers and the fictional
Got him.
horror people. Like
American
Jason
Psycho.
Yeah.
All them.
Let's take him around the room.
Catch a chain on that.
18 acres of land with 10,000 remains.
That's wicked as hell.
That's a
man.
small town, bro.
No, yeah,
That's wicked as hell.
it's really it's dark web activities. Whenever you have that much land and a bunch of dead bodies, he was filming wild shit, man.
It's a movie. It's gonna call it Dark Web.
You know they
Yeah,
downplaying.
I told you, beware of the pale male with the bald face. They're the most dangerous individuals walking the earth today. It's not the dude with the face mask on.
They look like every
It's not the dude with the shiesty on. They're some pieces of shit. Yeah, it ain't them.
And you know they probably downplaying the
Dudes that's
story.
running in and snatching shit out the store and running out. It's not them.
It's-
Right?
man.
Dude who pushed the old lady down, snatched her purse and ran away. It's not him. It's motherfuckers like this. But it says 10,000 human remains found on serial killer's farm, and authorities are still identifying victims of this J00. Herb Baumeister dumped and mutilated remains of at least 12 gay teens. So he was on some. So he was.
Some
So
John
he
Wayne
was.
Gacy.
Yeah. So
He was a
They got the
it's,
same. It's Salakia. Just real quick. That's how you know that the Lord has to put a spirit on you to do this shit, man.
Yeah.
It's the real game.
Because John, he did it. John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer did it.
Yeah,
That's another
right.
freak. No,
That nigga said- that nigga said-
just backing up this story. Cause see, this not just this is just one of many. All these dudes have one thing in common. They fucking Edomites.
Yeah, and it says these 12 gay teens and young men on his $1 million property outside of Indianapolis. So now we know exactly where he was. And so like we say, man, you know, so if it's whether it's taking your life or stealing your wealth or getting wealthy
Off your back.
exactly. This is what they do. Shameful spewing upon their glory, man. Right? I saw a meme the other day, and I just deleted it. I decided I wasn't gonna do the story lesson on it, but it was some Edomite that said that ever since he made his transition, because now he's a she or whatever.
No.
But ever since he's made transitions,
Man.
all his straight friends have hit on him.
That's terrible.
They're not hell no.
So I'm like, well, homie, your friends weren't straight.
They weren't straight.
Matter of fact, y'all was just a group of fruits. Because now it's like it's like damn.
Probably is already.
It's like damn. Mike has tits now.
Man, look, Salaki.
You know?
Listen, Salaki, Elder Malcolm, in that place where that shit just went down, when dude got his shit broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the vengeance of the Lord. It's 3 of these things within the 20-foot, like how we sitting in this room, pause. It's us. It's 3. It's one that was fucking tall. I'm so glad. It was this Jigaboo that worked with me, and she cool. We talk a little bit, you know. And she said, it's just too much of this shit. Because I said, man, I was tired of seeing men without they part serve drinks, man. She even said,
wow.
She even said it. She said,
So
I told her that. She said, it's way too much like that. It is ridiculous. It's 3 of them, man. And you got to call them. Look, it was a situation.
Like the dude years ago when I worked at Bally's and made the complaint about faggotism.
To see that
he created a
they
word.
shaking and dancing and all the songs, and then these dudes going back to what you were saying earlier. That's why I'm bringing this out. These fucking so-called straight dudes, they be back there hugged up with the mo, dancing with them when fucking Sexy Red come on, and these look like bots, man.
Because you know what, the society has made that cool, and you know you got a lot of people.
These so-called straight dudes, man. All you niggas is freaks, man.
So look, man, if you know, look, you know, if you want to go and get with Bruce Gender, you know, you want to go and get with Bruce Gender, man, and you really you that's been your tendency all along. You know, you might as well go and have and have your coming out party.
It was so wicked that in one situation. I would just want to say this because I experienced the situation. I was doing security at this certain one spot, and it was a Jake Mill, like a black Jake Mill, you know, and a black woman, a so-called black woman. You know, so they sitting there and they ain't really fucking with nobody and nothing. And I greeted the dude and I talked to them and, you know, I said, what's up, you know, to both of them. And they was in there for like an hour. So then the manager of this particular place come up to me and this certain shit when I don't pay attention to it, like, but I observe it. But this shit was fucked up. And he said, man, we got to kick somebody out. And I'm like, all right, you know who we got to kick out? And he was talking and he said, them too. I said, why? You know, I'm like, why? You know, he telling me the situation because they went against the, you know, the alphabet policy.
Wow.
But listen. This the point. And the black woman, I just see the black woman like, no, like what I do? Ooh, no, that's so I'm on the outside letting them deal with it, but I'm watching what happened, and I told dude, hey, look, man, y'all ain't caused no problems, but dude understood. The black woman was freaking out, but it was because she didn't want to go in the bathroom with one of those fucking things that worked there. She said, that's a man. I'm not finna, and they letting this thing. She like, I'm not.
I can't be mad at her.
Exactly.
I can't be mad at her.
I said, she right. That's a fucking man.
Well, then it was my woman, my sister, my friend, my acquaintance, my client. You know, she's like, I gotta use it, but that, you know, I'm like, hey,
brother was mad as fuck.
You need to come out so she can use the bathroom.
Man, still gotta ride.
But it's that thing, man. It's one of them. It's even what if they do or they don't, man. They be doing, man, that shit wicked as hell.
You shouldn't have to accept that.
I was so mad, bro. I was so fucking, me and the brother, we was so mad, bro.
Yes.
I said they bogus as hell for that shit. And she wasn't in there being irate or nothing, but she told me.
She just simply was like, I'm not comfortable. I don't want to do that.
Man, I was so fucking mad that thing that worked there. This shit is so hard. Listen, This place has got to fucking
That's
go, man.
right.
This place has to go, man.
I got precepts.
Read.
Real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 5
That
and
shit
7.
wicked as fuck, man.
And the sodomite sea shall cast out a fish and make a noise in the night which many have not known, but they shall all hear the voice thereof, man. So like this alphabet shit, it's on a whole nother level.
Man.
Even since the days of Rome. And it's just gonna get worse. And then it's just gonna get weirder. Because you're gonna couple that, they're gonna show more of these things, these trans gentlemen on media. They're gonna I'll never forget, man, this nigga Charleston White said it, man. He said on top of the trans gentlemen, they're gonna sexualize children on a whole nother level.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. The P come in. It's LGBT. That's the last alphabet to it. No, just go to what you go ahead.
Right.
Finish.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah, they want to add the
whole
P
nother
to
level.
it. That's no secret.
No, it's MAP, minor attracted persons.
Wow.
That's gonna be a thing now,
God,
man.
what the fuck, man?
That's a thing now.
Yeah.
man.
So hey, well, they already got websites for because I don't even want to search shit on my phone. But they got websites for toys for toddlers.
I was
man.
just finna say.
So that's that came out a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and that's pretty sick, man. Because who could think to make their sexual organs not even developed, don't even work. The only thing they work for is the pee and shit.
They don't even know what
You know, they don't work.
Right.
It's a part of school curriculum.
So now
wicked as fuck, man.
you know, you got a teacher. You as a teacher, you shouldn't even feel comfortable showing a child who recently off the breast milk what a toy is for.
No,
Recently.
recently.
That's why, hey, Salaki, I was just gonna say, you know, it goes into the end times, but this shows you that we at the end of the end, because the scriptures say what? Woe unto those who give suck in those days, man. It's a shame to have children nowadays.
Yeah.
It's scary as fuck to have children, and if you got children, man, and the Lord protecting them, whether you fuck with them, see them or not, it's a beautiful thing that the Lord blesses and covers your children, man.
Yeah.
This is a wicked ass place, man.
No, I was gonna say
This place is so fucking wicked, man.
fucking on the East Coast.
It's a
I
blessing,
forget
man.
where. It's on the East Coast, somewhere in the Northeast. They just recently broke the record for most attendance for drag queen story time. It was over like 300. I want to say it was over 300 in attendance, and I'm talking small children for drag queen story time. So this is where we at.
You know, now if I had a woman and I had a child that was Salakia, a child that was, you know, going to hear story time, and I learned about that, that relationship will instantly be over.
Yep, there it is.
Instantly.
Automatically.
All right.
And that's the going to it, separating houses like in marriages and wisdom
Because
Psalm
you're right.
14 with that.
Because I know you can't, you know, stop that shit from happening, but you can just not participate.
Exactly.
You know, so I find out that my child, my grandchild, my friend's fucking child, I'm gonna have a problem with that.
Yeah, and there were fathers in it. Well, no, it's like there were males.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, these niggas are weak, man.
Yeah, let me clean it up. Let me clean it up. Slocky.
Right.
There were males in attendance with their
Well,
children.
what that's telling me is that those males are borderline, if not, you know, yeah, they actually want to get down. They want to do try some shit. They cool with that because
absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you right now, a straight man, a real man. There's no way he want to be in attendance, and then you can double that to bringing his child to it.
Yeah.
Or his niece or his nephew, whoever the fuck it
It's
is.
so crazy. Any real father. It was a gay dude. The video just went viral.
Yep.
This is a gay man, and these other gay motherfuckers is pissed off at him.
Yep.
Cause he said, "I'm not exposing my son to what I do. I don't want him to think basically he got to do this or no to do that. I don't want him to kiss another boy. I'm not exposing him to that.
Yep.
He don't want his own son doing it
Because he knows it's wrong.
He like, if he gonna do that, let him figure out his fucking own. I don't want to deal with.
I don't
this
want
shit.
him to see this shit.
Yeah. He the only straight nigga with a little bit of, gay nigga with a little bit of sense, man.
Con.
And this shit.
Bring it out,
wicked,
brother.
man.
We gonna give it a wrap.
They ready to assassinate this man.
They call him a traitor.
You're a
traitor.
What's that biggest MO? Don't judge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does this shit make it's hypocrisy? That's why the Lord, this is a hypocritical nation. shit, man.
God, and it was an interview going around. This dude was asking, asking people what is the youngest person they'll deal with. And one of these dudes said he'll deal with a 9-year-old girl.
What?
This is the fucking Jake that said this shit too.
Hey, it's a nigga who said, hey, it was a video where a nigga was talking about like Jake is wicked. They can't wait for this shit to be passed. Hey, for one, Jake was already gay. These niggas was already in these gangs. Hey, look, I stopped fucking with a nigga. In the world, I got into
because them niggas have been in and out of jail, and a lot of them jail dudes.
No, this nigga went never.
You're Big Mo?
Oh yeah, Big Mo. Yeah, Big Mo. He said, man, I don't know about him. You know what I'm saying?
To the competition.
You know what
Did
I'm
I
saying?
tell you about my homie?
Yeah.
And when you mentioned what you said about that dude, you grew up with.
Yeah.
And I mentioned about him. And then he said, man, you would thought all these guys were the big folks. He said, because he did like 15 years. Started, he went in the early 90s. He said, all these dudes you thought was dudes, he said, it broke my eyes, bro. These niggas was walking in there with the dude and they was getting down.
It was crazy.
He said, I seen that shit, man.
Yeah,
He said, yeah.
It don't even matter what gang you think you. Hey, look, all them niggas with that
Freaks,
shit.
man.
Hey, all them niggas with that shit. For one, they
They
have
be
all
gay,
these
man.
drugs. They have all these drugs. And they just do what the fuck they was gonna wanted to do anyways. Them thoughts they been suppressing, they just do.
I was just gonna mention because it goes back before that, before the drug heavy usage.
Right.
The Sons of Belial was your modern day gangbangers.
Yeah. Right.
All right. When you read the account of Judges, they was gay.
Yeah.
They was gay. They wanted to
they was
rape. They wanted
gangbangers.
to rape the dude. They was gangbangers.
Right.
Gay.
So the man,
They was wicked ass Benjamin.
right. So I got into it with my little female, which happened to be his female's buddy. We walking down the street, you know, I used venting to the guy, man, fuck that white man. Man, this man said, hey, look, fuck her, man. We should just be gay. And I stopped. I'm walking down the street. We walking down the street. And he said in a joking manner.
No, we don't joke like that.
I said, hey, bitch, what's the last time I talked to that nigga?
He said a record skill.
That shit said,
hey, he ain't gonna lock me up. No way to keep.
I said,
I was
and what's crazy is, you know, you be with a motherfucker every day. You know, this shit fucked me up. Because a straight nigga don't talk like that.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Growing up, now, when I mentioned this before, the older brother said the same thing. The wild boss, they said that back in his day. Little nigga be like, would you blow a ride for $1 million?
Yes,
That's these niggas just. That's a wicked spirit.
It's a demon.
And then you mix that, it's like every nigga that had some nigga that said this shit.
And some bugged out shit.
Now you say that Steve Harvey, on his old comedy shit, used to make fun of that and talk about like,
my lord,
shit, for $1 million, this shit ain't not much. I wouldn't do for $1 million. And he
see where you at now?
Yeah. They don't care.
Damn.
They tell you they don't care.
So like in Benji, you remember that interview came out and that dude was going around asking all them students what was the nastiest shit they did. Okay. And then they was saying, bro, they be saying some wild, wicked ass shit. Like this is some wicked ass shit some teenagers was doing now. Like one said he had sex with his mother. Like all type, yes.
Hey, look, it's all sort of madness on TikTok, on Instagram, all that shit. You know, Yachty was telling me like on what's the one that Elon Musk has now? Twitter. He said Twitter is just straight up porn on Twitter.
It's porn. It's a freak.
I've never been on Twitter, so I don't know. But he told me, he was like, it's just straight up porn on Twitter.
You would be on a political comment section and you would scroll down and you just see porn. Somebody posted. Go to my page. Look, I'm the sexiest 18-year-old. It's free.
Facebook too.
And then it'll be some
they
bitch,
got the side of the
a
rod.
bitch dealing with a nigga that's dressed like a. It's just freakism.
Well, so this place is done, man. It is done. Bring out these last two. We're going to wrap it up, brother.
It's 2 Esdras 5. I'm going to start at 1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above which now thou seest, or that has heard long ago. So this is when Esdras was. This is back in the time of Esdras. So he said, the wickedness is gonna be way worse than what you see. And from the shit, nigga, that you didn't heard from the past.
Scripture said, look at one grain
Damn.
of evil.
We
It says,
seeing it
look at
now.
one grain of
Right.
evil
We
seed.
sure are seeing it now, boy.
He said, look at one grain of evil seed and what it will be. How it
Yeah,
will
how
be.
much?
The way these people are killing their own family members, men and women killing their own children, children killing their parents.
This bitch said in one
You know?
interview, she said she had a threesome with the man and his mother. He said the mother stopped her and was like, "This how you gotta suck his dick."
This
I
how you
seen
like
that.
it. This how you like
I
it.
seen that.
That shit fun.
Hey, you gotta be bugged. Hey,
Damn.
them relationships,
Yeah, I seen
when you
it.
see them
That's
bugged
all.
out relationships between the mom and the son,
The son,
and they just all too much lovey dovey. Cause 9 times out of 10, she fucking them.
Natasha's a liar.
She fucking him.
You remember him?
Yeah, that nigga was too bugged out with his mom.
Forehead picture with him and shit and all that.
I get too close to my mom. I feel you look like, okay, mom, I love you, but shit.
That nigga, he the bastard out of kids on this music shit, man. But that brother R. Kelly
Yeah.
said some wicked ass.
Oh yeah,
Same.
about his mama.
Just in and out of focus on that camera.
Yeah.
So the
Go ahead.
Lord, what he did wasn't unrighteous, but the Lord probably jacked him up for feeling like that.
He wanted to marry. He said he used to drink from her side of the cup where her lipstick was at.
Oh,
He was on sex with his mama. He wanted to
What,
marry
huh?
R. Kelly.
Marry his mama.
He gave the whole story. I remember she used to get a coffee. Yep. And she, I tried to coffee, but I made sure I drank off her side of the cup where her lipstick mark was at. And I asked him to marry it. He wants to marry his mom.
And I had to start dealing with this shit because her son was so wicked. He said, I'm going to marry her.
And I love R. Kelly.
He said, I'll marry my mama. And then he said, I like that my mama got a fat ass. And he smacked that motherfucker in front of me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And she probably twerking on him and everything. These
Oh,
bitches
yeah.
are wicked. They be
That's
biting
why
their
they
son's
dress their
lip.
babies up like the men that left them.
Yeah.
Because they want to
They raise a husband.
Yeah, that's why the spirit is, they in the spirit.
Man,
this is
wow.
my king.
This
You know, I love R. Kelly, but we
is
got to call this shit out.
yeah, I'm tired of hearing this shit. Go ahead, bro. Fuck that.
God.
This shit is extra wicked. Go ahead, brother.
This Psalms 82:5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Hey man, you got women, oh brothers, you got all this wickedness. You can't even say anything against these transformers. You know what I'm saying?
You can't say nothing about the JOOs.
None of them.
Yeah, you know, you can't. Basically, you can't speak truth.
Oh, what
You
happened
know,
to free speech?
when you got some medical shit that ain't right, you can't speak about it.
Right.
You know.
I thought we had free speech.
Hey, can he hit this Ephesians 5?
This is 2 Timothy 3. We'll start at 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves,
Oh yeah.
covetous, boasters,
That's that YOLO spirit.
I just mentioned it. That's the spirit, man.
boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy,
That's my former best friend in the world. He on that YOLO shit.
without natural affection, truth breakers.
So him, if you ain't got a big ass house and a drop top Benz and going to Thailand, you know, once a year for a month, then you ain't living.
He getting that boy pussy.
All right. Go ahead,
Lady boy.
quick. Is there more to that, brother?
I just mentioned that.
Fight false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of
Oh,
those.
you said fierce. Fierce goes back to the savage, man. They like to say they savage, man.
Yep, they do that.
Despisers of those that are good. Like you said, we can't say nothing that's on the right side of anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring yours out. We wrapping it, brother.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 11. It says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
There it is, man. And it's a shame even to speak of them to the point where, you know, we get sick just talking about it.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Read a little more.
Verse 13. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by
So
the
we
light.
still do have to speak. That's the funny
Yeah,
part.
we have it.
Damn.
It's so damn vexing, but you gotta mention it because we gotta expose this devil, man. That's why it's
6 and 9. He says,
Hey,
"How
that's
long,
okay.
Lord?"
The day comes, man, when we gonna stop fishing and start hunting. And
Right,
that's
Jake is sick. You hearing about this
you
shit?
know.
You hearing about? I don't even want to repeat this shit. We just said. You heard the shit we said. You mentioning this shit and you
fucking
hearing about
stomach
the
get
shit.
the curl
It really
and
just
shit.
it blows
Yeah,
you.
then you click on something and see the shit, and it really
Bro,
pisses you
oh
off.
man, yeah.
Now your phone
Stay
ain't
off
heard your
Twitter,
ass
bro.
shit.
You know?
Right.
Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor, and glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Kwam Yasharala,
Kwame Yashrala,
Baba Ball.
Abba Babal.
It's the South, folks.